Hello Virgo and welcome to my channel GreenLion Goddess Tarot. My goodness, the image I just got for you guys was you were caught up in a whirlwind. It's kind of interesting because we're in this like wild and woolly, windy day today, but I got this image of you spinning around like a tornado or like the words I was given was whirlwind, but then you kept spinning and spinning and spinning to the point that it kind of felt like, you know, those whirling dervishes, or those like guys that spin around, but it's the ecstasy and the joy of the movement of doing it. So something that seems like you're kind of pulled in this like almost like I said, it's a whirlwind energy, but there's joy with going with the flow with it eventually when you surrender to it. So interesting. And because we have got some very, very intense energy around, this reading is for the 1st of August through to the 15th. So we are in Leo season. We've just come off the Leo new moon that happened at the end of July. And there is an amazing triple conjunction happening with the North Node, the energy of what we're moving forward into this lifetime in terms of our life purpose, Uranus, the planet of change, great awakenings, letting go of things that no longer fit or serve you anymore, and Mars, the planet of motivation. These are all having a triple conjunction at 18 degrees of Taurus in the sign of Taurus on the 1st of August or the 31st, depending on where you are in the world. And this is a huge activation portal. There's something, a big shift and change is occurring here, not only for you, but for the whole planet. Like this is a once in a lifetime thing. The last time this happened was 2.5 years ago to have this exact conjunction. So there's something really huge happening here for you. And that's where I feel like you're just kind of being pulled into an energy where it feels like you don't know exactly what's happening. But at the same time, if you do, like I said, if you just go with it and surrender, there's a sense of being able to feel the joy and ecstasy. It is always disruptive, this. Whenever Uranus is involved, it says, what have you grown out of? Like what's now old in your life that you don't need anymore? What have you grown old of or out of, like I said? So it's this sense of it wants to kind of shake off the dust and put you into this new energy that it thinks you're ready for. You may not think it, but there's a part of you that's going to go with the flow. So we've got 6 of Feathers, transition and insight is coming through here for you, Virgo, which would suggest that you're in this transition phase. But luckily you've got the insight to know this is happening, the insight of how to deal with it, the insight of how to go with the flow, which is really fantastic. So Virgo, I just want to let you know that this reading is for Virgo, Sun, Moon and Rising. Always recommend to watch all 3 of your placements if you know where they are, because it gives you a fuller picture of what's going on for you. And this is a general reading, Virgo. Just take what feels right and leave the rest. And if it does really resonate, there will be an extended reading, and the link for that will be in the description box below. So the thing that's shifting is this Lover's energy, Mercury, Gemini, North Node. So the North Node is coming in. The choices and decisions you're making, that the things that you're moving towards now, the big choice that lies ahead of you, I think that is shifting and changing. So that is kind of in terms of the North Node energy, and you're getting some very strong messages around that. In this particular Lovers card, you know, you can see that Sun, and we are in Leo season, so the Sun rules Leo. So it shows a lot. It's very strong here in this season. This Sun is pointing towards a particular direction, and that happens to be the North Node direction, which is being activated with this big change. And the North Node is what kind of life purpose or like big life lessons have you come into this world to learn. So you're really being directed with Mercury there to move towards this in a big way. So that's why it kind of can feel like with the Mercury Gemini energy, it's all happens quite fast. It's very, very quick energy. So that's why it can feel like a bit of a whirlwind, that things are happening so fast that it feels like, oh my gosh. Okay, so let's see what else is coming in for you, Virgo. This is not necessarily a bad thing. I just feel like it may be on a bigger level. There's this sense of shifting directions in terms of where you see yourself further down the track, or where you see the bigger life path journey of your world and your life going. So King of Pentacles as the situation that often represents money and the things that are being provided from you. A lot of Pentacles coming in. Queen of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, potentially something's been out of balance, but you've got the High Priestess coming in. You're going to get some very, very strong intuitive messages around your commitments and around the things that you're wanting to hold on to and the things that you need to let go of. My gosh, more Pentacles. How many Pentacles can someone have in a reading? My goodness, very grounded. It's something that's potentially grounding down into a reality. You are the magician. Okay, I like it. And at the base, the World card. Completion, ending of cycles. So it's kind of interesting that you've got the Six of Feathers, which is you're in a transition stage. You're kind of in the middle of something big is ending and something new is beginning with this world. And the world wants to liberate and free you. It's like that Uranus energy of freeing you from that old cycle where you can get this sense of celebration. It's over. And even fulfillment with depending on what that cycle is. So it actually feels really good. So the situation, it's interesting. You've got the King and Queen of Pentacles and the Hierophant and the High Priestess. This is all relationship stuff that's coming in here as well for some of you. Very, very strong commitments with relationship and, very compatible relationships with the King and Queen of Pentacles together. There's a partnership here. So there is the card of marriage. There is the card of the number one, being the number one person in somebody else's life. And these are some of the themes that are shifting and changing, the stories and narratives and the realities around that. So this is where you have the opportunity to come in and change that story to how you want it to where you feel like it should, where you feel like you're being drawn at this moment in time. So this is the new direction. And so as the situation, we've got the King of Pentacles. Now, I do feel like this often represents money, like I said, often represents like success in business, success in general. And it's also about your relationship to your body, the food that you're eating, the things that you're consuming. And it's a survivor energy. What is it that you need to survive on the material realm? Are you getting everything that you need? Because it is crossed by the Six of Pentacles, which would suggest something's a little bit out of balance. So there's something that either you need to invest more time and effort and any energy into, or someone needs to invest more time and effort and energy into you. So it may be that you're investing more time and effort and energy into something related to your health or related to your home or related to your money. So it is about restoring balance. And that's why it's interesting. We've got the divine masculine. This is the situation. So it's about what are you going to do about it? But in your conscious mind, you're having a big think about it because you've got this divine feminine energy with the High Priestess and the Hierophant coming in. It's kind of interesting. You've got the King and Queen of Pentacles, which is very compatible, and the High Priestess and the Hierophant. The Hierophant is like the High Priest. So you've got the divine masculine and feminine happening here in very strong ways. And I think that's got a lot to do with balancing those things. And so in terms of this, you have got your topped and tailed, you're crowned, and at the base you've got the divine feminine here, the Queen of Pentacles. It's what do you want to consistently nurture in your life, look after? What do you want to be something that is stable, that you really want to be there, like, or who do you want to be there? Was the crowned by the Lovers card definitely can be around love and soulmate energies as well, choices around that. I feel like this is a big thing that's coming through. So who are the people in your life at this moment with this Queen of Pentacles that are the people that you can rely upon? And yeah, who do you want to be bringing in? So this is the big question that's coming in with the Queen of Pentacles. If it's related to money or career, it just really is about comfort zones and stability. So this is something that you're sitting with inside your conscious mind. This might be something that's about to shift and change. Maybe you're kind of thinking that you need to get out of a comfort zone, or that you want to bring in more of a comfort zone. It can be either or. But at the base, we've got the High Priestess. So this is where your intuition is kind of, she's talking to this Queen of Pentacles, this very internal dialogue that's going on here about your stability and what it is that you want to nurture around that, and what feels stable and what doesn't, and what you need to bring in, what you need to let go of. So the High Priestess is this, your intuition, and it's kind of this very deep intuitive knowing or sense of being guided by this intuitive, like you might even feel like voices are whispering to you. You're getting the whisperings of the direction that you should be heading in at this moment in time, or at least that you are thinking that you want to go in. So It's giving you the choice at this moment in time with the Lovers card in front of you. The thing with this energy is it's great. You've got the choice to step into this new, to activate this new and initiate this new energy. But with the Uranus energy is unpredictable. So if it's kind of like if you don't make a choice about this, it might make the choice for you or bring whatever it is that it wanted to bring to you in a different way. So we have in the recent past the Hierophant. So this is a commitment. This is a big commitment that's come in and potentially a big assessment of the commitments in your life. The Hierophant card does represent marriage. So if there's been marriage on the cards, a previous marriage on the cards, or something that you're thinking of, it just feels like there is this sense that something big is shifting and changing in terms of your priorities, in terms of relationships, what you need to be there as you're shifting and changing. And it might actually be that if you have a partner, this may be that they're shifting and changing as well. And if you're single, it may be just the goalposts are shifting and changing as to what it is that you need. This could be a big sense of letting go of someone, if this is like an ex-marriage or a divorce or an ex-partner, that you kind of reworking your idea of what it meant to be that person's number one or to be someone's number one in your life. So I feel like there's this deep assessment of it that's coming in. You might be thinking a lot more about them or thinking about, is it time for you to be finding somebody new and stepping into somebody new, and what sort of things, what have you outgrown? What areas of you have outgrown to this old traditional idea or these old rules that you adhered to and lived by? Is there something new that's coming in when it comes to relationships? So it's interesting stuff to come through. In the near future, you got the Four of Pentacles, and this is, what are you holding on to too tightly for fear of letting go? So again, with the Hierophant, like if it comes to big commitments, it can be to do with work, stable work, kind of looking at that, what sort of or stable housing, even stability to do with your health, like the big commitments that you've had in your life. So in the near future, the Four of Pentacles, yes, there is a transition from out of a comfort zone, I would say. And there's a part of you that's going, I just want to hold on to the old, a little bit of fear about stepping into it, but not a lot, I would say. That like it feels like there's a lot of some signs have been getting the devil coming out in terms of like a big block to step into this change. This is a Capricorn energy with the Four of Pentacles, but this is actually a smoother transition. Going, yes, this does feel like I have to let go of something and surrender to this transition, to the whirlwind that's occurring here. But I feel like it's a more gentler energy for you. You are presenting as the Ace of Pentacles. So this is where this new you is kind of what I want to say. The new you, the new version of you needs to be nurtured and looked after by the internal parts of you. It constantly needs kind of attending to and tending. And so it wants to be like this constant energy in your life, this thing that the Ace of Pentacles, this opportunity or this thing that's grounding down into a reality inside of you at this moment in time. So that's why I feel like it's this very beautiful sense of something just slowly grounding down into you and feeling like, okay, this now feels like me, or this now feels really right. And the other thing just doesn't anymore. And it felt like it was a very, very gradual thing, but it's at the point now where it's kind of obvious that you've moved on. Whereas a little bit like the frog in boiling water, that the frog can withstand the water and it's a gradual heat and doesn't notice it until it gets too hot. But it feels like it's been a very gradual thing that's come in here. So this is why we've got the Queen of Swords. It's having the energy surrounding you is having a clear head. Somebody has a clear head. This may be you, someone around you. Somebody has a clear head to say yes to the opportunity that's being presented to you here. It's about being open to receive because it's in the Pentacle realm. So the universe is presenting this new opportunity that's more aligned to you to step into this. So the Queen of Swords, she's got her head above the clouds of fear and doubt. She's saying yes to something, giving something the go ahead. So even that's why I feel like there's not a lot of resistance here. The Four of Pentacles can sometimes represent savings. So it may be something that you're transitioning from something quite stable. You are going to require a little bit of savings just to make this transition. That's something that could be coming through with it as well. And with the Temperance energy, this is again a card of balance, rebalancing. So this was the thing that was crossing you, balance on the material realm. The Temperance energy is balance on a kind of more energetic spiritual realm. The Temperance energy in your hopes and fears is where things start to flow, or you're able to go with the flow. And it's an alchemical shift where something is gradually changing form into something else. And so this could be, you know, if you are in a relationship, and this doesn't have to be a love relationship with the Hierophant energy, it's just somebody that's been stable and a long-term kind of friend or family, or someone that's been in your life for a long time, or an energy, whether that's like work or whatever it is, something in your life that's been there for a long time, it's shifting and changing form into something new. So it is about the new paths opening up that are more aligned to who you are, which is something that, and the Temperance energy is very calm. You know, it's when things calm down, you know, been in the whirlwind, and then everything balances out again and calms down when the dust settles. So that's a really nice energy to come through. And it's about dipping your toe back into these new energies that are calling you, which is interesting. So you have as the outcome the Magician. This is where you're like the alchemist, quite literally. You're the magician. You're gathering all the forces around you and bringing them all together and creating something new. This is the act of creation. So for some of you, this is very creative energy. You quite literally are creating new things. But for others of you, this is more about creating something bigger in your life, related to all these themes that we've been talking about here. So the Magician gathers resources and is able to be divinely inspired and be open to all possibilities. You're very consciously aware of something now that potentially could come into existence. It could be become a reality, and it's about how you're working with this energy, and you're at the very beginning of it. It's the number one, the Magician energy. You're at the start of this cycle, whereas we have here, and that's why the Magician starts whilst this is ending. There's the overlapping of the cycles, and that's why you're in that transition stage, because the world is all about something completing and something ending. So I do feel like, you know, these are bigger cycles I'm feeling here for you, Virgo. But you might notice it with smaller things. You know, maybe it's an interlap of work. You know, you're finishing something off while you try to start something new, and it may feel like you're sort of really, really busy. I feel like whatever's happening with whatever it is that you're doing here, it's mirroring back this bigger cycle that's coming in for you. So let's pull an affirmation card. And the Magician card is good because it's the manifester. It's you're willing something into creation and manifesting it. So it's an empowering energy. That's why it feels like it's a bit of a softer transition than some of the other signs have been experiencing with this energy at this moment in time. And it's actually because, you know, we're in Leo season. It's the season before your season. It's, you know, the month before your season, or a couple of weeks before your season. This is where usually is a lot of divine feminine energy around, because your solar batteries are a little bit depleted, because, you know, you're at the tail end of your solar year. You're about to step into Virgo season, and that's where the sun is in your sign, and that's where you get your solar batteries recharged. So it can be a little bit of a quieter energy in the season or the month before your birthday. And this is just something to use that time to go within and listen to the messages of the universe and see what is appearing here, what messages you're getting. Okay, so let's pull an affirmation card. Let's pull an affirmation card. It's funny that I said that. I just noticed that there was a little daddy long legs, little spiders. We've got lots of spiders around here. And he was just like, as I was saying, it's time to be quieter and go within. He was just going underneath the table and hiding, going, I'm getting out of the limelight now. So that's, I think it's really important to really honor that me time. So this is your affirmation card. I forgive myself. As I forgive myself, I leave behind all feelings of not being good enough, and I'm free to love myself. Beautiful. And I feel like this is a very deep thing that you're connecting in with in your heart in relationship to relationships in general. Old commitments, old flames, old marriages, old partners, things that didn't work out. And for whatever reason, there's an energy of, the universe is talking about forgiving yourself, which is really lovely. I mean, the Leo season is about connecting into your heart as well, the radiance of your heart. And I feel like this is like a quiet and deep contemplation that you're going within and nurturing something deep within you and getting a lot of messages from the wisdom of your heart and sitting with that. And with the sense that something is about to come up and out and a new cycle will emerge from it. But there's nothing you need to do at the moment other than just kind of sit with this energy and see what's shifting and changing around the messages from your heart. As I said, that the door keeps opening and shutting, or the wind blew the door open. So it may actually be that it opens you up to something new. So let's see what charm we have. We've got the horse. Okay, look at this horse. Horses are all about the direction in which you're going. This horse is free. It's let its hair down. It's prancing in the wind. It's just doing whatever it's want. It has no master. It's a sense of letting yourself go a little bit. So it might be, spend some time at home, like just in your tracksuit pants and not caring what anybody thinks kind of energy, or just, whatever letting yourself go means to you. It's just being free to be me kind of energy with the horse. So that's a really, really nice thing to sit with at this moment in time, Virgo. So I'm going to take it over to the extended reading now. So if this is where we're leaving each other, please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. But if you'd like to travel further down the path, deeper into this energy in this reading, this is what we're going to be looking at in the extended reading, where we're going to look into the near future and the future beyond. It's a sense of something is emerging, something is being willed into creation, something is changing shape and form in your life. And it's like, what is that? Where is it all going? What is it going to look like? Because it feels like it hasn't quite taken shape yet. What sort of influences are coming in around it? What sort of people are coming in? Opportunities or challenges even. We're going to scratch under the surface and see if there's any other layers of energy that you need to know about or clarification. And we're also going to pull some cards about managing this energy, because there's a lot of big activations and changes coming in at this moment, Virgo. So we're going to want to work out the best way to work with the energy to get the best outcomes. So that's all in the extended reading. Love it if you come over. The link is in the description box below. And I usually pin the link to the comments as well. And yeah, please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, and take care, Virgo.